Hello and welcome, I'm Misstical. This is Misstical Gaming. We're jumping into Watch Your Realms and we're back into stage 9 hard, or chapter 9 hard. Got 5, 6, 7. We will not bother with 8 because that's just a gold running and we can do that, and then we'll do 9 as well. Okay, as always, links down below, so just feel free to skip across. Also, if you get time, just drop down any hints that you've got for players coming along after you as well, okay, on good teams or strategies that you found as well. All right, okay, with that being said, let's jump into the video. Using the same team as what we did yesterday, we're just using those epics. They're absolutely fine for this. We've got no real issues with them, so we keep using them and push on as far as we can into the game with them. So as always, first one down, we like to get it down nice and early. She's putting down our crystals of death and doom for us, so that's a nice start. Slows everything down and gives us time to dot everything up and start getting our damage out. Gives us longer to put our damage out, so that works out well for us. Now again, with this, there are 2 slots available, 2 extra slots in your team, so feel free to use them up. Don't use epics because I have, although I is fantastic, and I'm quite enjoying the poison comp as well, but feel free to put some other poisoners out, like if you've got Vaughn or something like that, go for that. You'll find that much easier for you. If you've got like Karmits and Viennas, that sort of thing, you can make this a lot easier for yourself. You don't have to worry about whether you've actually got this, if you can do it with as low BP as this, okay, just a sort of a way to actually show people that we can do it with a bit lower, just if we use a nice strategy to get this done. Okay, so there's no real issues with this. Crystals are down there to slow everything down, poisoners are up there to dot everyone up, and it's not that hard. This is a straightforward one, nice and easy. There we go, another one down. 3-star, nice and easy. And in fact, we could have gone with 2 less. We didn't use our second tank and we didn't use our healer as well, so that's a bonus. So let's go on this one. I've added in more as well. I needed some DPS. Let me get myself out of the way second. There we go, that's the stats we've got on him. Okay, so see them, that's a piece of kit we've got on him. He is well geared, but it still leaves us quite a way under. There are plenty of better people you could use. I mean, just straight off the bat, I would imagine Idril would be much better than this, particularly early on as well. Okay, so I think she's arguably better than more, but he does a good job, so we're happy with him. We put him down first because we want to start building up that ultimate for him as well, getting that ultimate ready, and then after that it's just a matter of getting our other heroes down and out of the way. Talking of getting out of the way, probably need to move me slightly up just so we can see them coming out from the bottom down there as well. We've got the healer up there because when the lightning guard comes along, we're going to need to build that ultimate up, and we want someone for the lightning guard to hit, so we've got our healer up there. Now Vortex, a nice HP based healer, he's going to take the hits for us, and that's quite nice. It gives us enough time as well. They're slow moving. We can get the tank at the top to go down first, and then the tank at the bottom. They can go down first for us, and then we've got everything covered off. So we've got our ranged DPS coming down the map just to sort everyone out. Again, Idril would be fantastic here with that, hitting anywhere on the map. She would be absolutely awesome with her ultimate, and then after that it's just a matter of starting to put everyone down. So we get an eye going down again now. She's going to start putting those crystals up to slow everyone down. The only other thing, again, I say to worry about is those lightning guards coming through. We just have to keep an eye on those, making sure we can wipe them off before they get around the map, because otherwise they will quite easily find their way out without too many issues whatsoever. And then it's poisoner facing down, and then after a while we'll put poisoner facing up, another healer, and then yeah, that's it. That's the map covered off without any great issues whatsoever. Again, we're slowing everyone down. We're keeping up with that system where we get everyone slowed down, and then the poisons get more ticks. You can get more time, so you've got more poisons to go on there. I mean, it works remarkably well for us. Healer down to cover off our other poisoner, and that's it. Everyone's down. You can sit back, relax, have a cup of tea, boom, another one done. There we go, another one sorted, 3-starred. On to the next one, and the next one's a little bit trickier, okay? 9-7, gone with the same team, we've still got more in there as well, okay? Okay, so here we go. We've got Maul going down first. He's going down there because we want to take up our lightning guards. Now remember, our lightning guards are in light armor, so they're going to take that 20% extra damage from piercing damage. Okay, that's why we want a nice piercer up there. Again, Idril would be fantastic. She would be awesome in this spot. We haven't used her because, well, it'd make it a little bit too easy. So we'll use Maul instead. Now, just to cover Maul off, we're going to put down our Vortex, and Vortex will cover off that healing because Maul's going to get hit by the lightning guards. There we go, starting to get hit by the lightning guards. Put a healer down, that covers off Maul. Now he's going to start DPSing the lightning guards down for us, which is fine. And then we've got another one coming in from the top right, and then we can save up his AoE, and his AoE will go straight across there and take everything out for us, or at least take it out to a point where we can get the rest down. Now I put I down next. You don't have to. You can put down the poisoner next and then I. It wouldn't really matter which way round you do it. I do it this way, but the choice is very much yours. Okay, so there's our poisoner down. Our poisoner's there because we want that magic damage on the guard golem that's coming round. Okay, that golem there, susceptible to magic damage. We're in that heavy armor, so we're going to keep that magic damage on them, and the poisoners work remarkably well. So boom, nice epic. Down she goes. Everything is good. Now, the next thing that happens, or the next thing we're waiting on, is we are going to put our tank down. And we are very specific in how we place everyone down and sort of where we place them. So this is the boss coming out now, okay? Right, let's have a quick look at a couple of things with regards to the boss. So that's the boss coming out, and they're going to wander around the map. That's absolutely fine. But when we have a look at their abilities, okay? Placing Fireball. Each attack deals magic damage 2 times to the last deployed hero. Boom. Sorted, okay? That's the only bit we need. The next one, Flame Rampage. Inflicts Flame Rampage on 3 random targets. Get myself out of the way. Dealing magic damage. And we'll look at that in a second. Or later on. Just remember, Flame Rampage is 3 random allies. And then Meteoric Strike. With each loss of 30% HP, so that's when the boss is 100%. So then when we get down to 70, we're going to do a Meteoric Strike. When we hit 40, we're going to do a Meteoric Strike. And then at 10%, we're going to do another one as well, okay? She deals massive AoE damage to the last deployed hero, and heroes within 3 tiles of them, inflicting Flame Rampage on the target's hit. Right, there we go. So that's that done. So the boss is going to attack the last person placed down most of the time, well, except for the 3 random ones. And that's the bit that we're focusing on, okay? So when we get back into this, out comes the boss. There goes our tank down. Now we are going to attack the tank. We're absolutely fine for that. We've got a tank, and then we've got a healer in range of the tank. Fantastic. So there she goes. Boom. You see she's just behind me there. There she is. Boom. And she's targeting the tank. Absolutely great. We can now forget about her. She's targeting the right person. We don't have to worry about anything until we hit 70%. The 70% mark, we do have to worry about stuff. Now, we've got 3 more heroes to place down. Now, we are waiting because when I add all of this up, it comes to 56. So I'm going to wait until I've got 56 coins before I place them down, because she attacks the last person placed down, and I want her to attack my tank. So now I've got 56. I place down my DPS. So DPS is down, I can then place my healer down, and I know where I'm going to put my tank. There goes my tank, and that's it done. So I now know between her next attack, there you go, she now attacks my next tank, and I've got my last 3 down. Now we still got 2 spaces available. I haven't used them. If you want to use them, good choices would be Decimus would be quite a nice choice, because he's got this fast respawn ability going on. That would be quite nice. And then we've also got another tank and another healer could work for you as well. Now I've removed my tank. So I've removed my tank. When I put my second one down, I am then free and able to remove my first tank. The reason for this is I'm going to need it later on. Okay? I'm going to recycle my tanks, going to recycle my healers and my DPS, that sort of thing, just to keep the boss down. Now I's put enough crystals down for anyone walking along. It's going to be slowed down. We can poison them up. And I save my ultimates for those flyers coming across, and those lightning guards are done by ultimate. Okay, so that's nice and easy. I haven't got to worry about any of the other mobs. They either have to walk across the crystals and the crystals will kill them along with the dots, or the flyers which will fly over the crystals, and that way we use our ultimates on those. They're the nice two ways to do it. So the boss is almost coming in range now for some ultimates. Okay, so we've got a golem coming across on the top. We're going to wait till that golem's dead. When that golem is dead, we can then attack the boss or use an ultimate on the boss. We can attack the boss now. Okay, we do have to wait for those little things to actually happen, so we know what's going to happen with the boss and how things are going to work out for us. Okay, so attack the golem at the top. Golem's almost dead. Once it's dead, we can start using up our ultimates. There's Maul's ultimate, happy days, and then there's our Poisoner's ultimate there. We can get a load of DPS done on the boss. Fine. And now we are going to start DPSing the boss down. We want to get ready on our ultimate from the tank. We can give ourselves more defense and we can help ourselves out a little bit. Remember, our tank's got an unyielding as well. Unyielding tanks are going to be remarkably good here. You get that sort of escape from death scenario going on. Again, Lily's remarkably good. Anyone who gets fatal damage, she's going to help them out once. So we've got those things going on. There's our first meteoric strike going down. We're absolutely fine. We've covered that off. We've hit the 70% mark and we're now DPSing our way back through it. Okay. Haven't got any worries with regards to that meteoric strike. Right, now our tank is available to be used again. That's absolutely fine. We'll come around to that later on, but now we just carry on, not so worried about the boss now. We're just worried about DPS and the mobs down. Okay, so as the mobs come around, ultimates on the flyers, get rid of those, and then normal DPS on the golems as well. Make sure nothing gets through all your crystals. Okay, and that's pretty much it for a little while. Sit back, have a nice cup of tea, and we'll come back to the boss in a second. Here's the boss. She's walking along. She's come in range now of our other DPS, the other Poisoner, and we're slowly getting rid of her. Now, all going well, we won't use up that much on her, but we've got to be aware that she may tip past that 40% mark. Remember that 40% mark? That's where she's going to do a meteoric strike. That's annoying for us. We want to be prepared that we've got our ultimates ready for that. We can actually buff up the tank. We can take these hits. Okay, so again, there are other tanks. I mean, there's Baron will be remarkably good for this. Regulus will be remarkably good, I would imagine, with that shield that he's putting in now. Lord of the North will be good. I mean, there's plenty of good tanks, but that unyielding is really going to be your friend here. Okay, so just watch out for those little things. Now we're on 22 of 29. We haven't got that many more to kill off before we're just left with the boss, which is an ideal place for us to be. The boss is going to settle there for a while. It's slightly annoying. If you see, she's just out of range there from our DPS. We can recall our DPS, that's fine. We've got spare DPS in our pocket now, but you could bring a spare DPS if you wanted to. Remember, you've got those extra 2 spots which are going to help you out. Now, you want to do this without dying. That's different from being recalled. Okay, so you can recall your heroes without any issues whatsoever. That's not an issue, but you don't want to die during there. Okay, so just make sure you're aware of the subtle difference between that. Okay. Now, again, our bosses are what, 46. So that's, relatively speaking, I think that's a good place for us to be at. She's attacking our tank that's far out of the way. That's not an issue, and we are waiting for everyone else to come back online. And we can see there we've got another just over 10 seconds, and then we're also at 23 or 24 now of the 29 dead. So we've got another 4 to kill. That gives us 28, and then we're just down to the boss as well, which makes our life much easier, much more in control of what's actually happening. But the boss isn't a great issue. It doesn't do that much damage. Okay, there we go. We're going to have a look at putting our DPS back down and starting to DPS the boss back through. So there goes our tank down. Okay, we're going to recall our other tank, allow the boss to walk on, and now we're going to push on through and try and get that last 6% of damage done on the boss. Then we get that meteoric strike. Okay, that's what we're planning on. We're 25 now, so we've got a few more mobs to kill. Just keep an eye out for those, making sure we don't miss any of the flyers. And then on the boss, we're now at what, 45%, so next 5% to do, but we're fine. The healer's keeping up with the damage that goes on without any issues. Once we get rid of these flyers, that'll make the healer's life a lot easier as well. So they're almost out of the way. One on the top run coming across, that one's now gone. And then we've got the 2 flyers coming across here. Once we get rid of those, that's it done, and we can start recalling a lot more people as well. Okay, there we are. Now the boss is on 43% now, so we've got the last couple of percent done on the boss, and we've got our next tank available as well. So we're going to start to recall everyone else. We've got a bit of time, we can recall those and we can get them built up for us, because it makes our life a little bit easier just to have them on the back burner ready to go. And we're going to need to swap over stuff as well later. So there's everyone else recalled. We've now got the 3 people. We know exactly where everything's going and we know exactly what's going to happen. Okay, so 1% to go. And then the boss, we're going to meteoric strike. We know it's going to hit our tank. Our tank's ultimate is ready, so we can increase our defense. That's always nice. And then if we really want, we can recall people as well, so they don't take a massive amount of damage. Right, not an issue for us. So ready on the tank. Last little bits, there we go. So trigger off the tank's ultimate, and then we can recall actually our DPS. So our DPS isn't in the way there, and not getting hit. So that is nice and easy for us as well. Okay. Now, if we want to, it's up to you whether you want to try this or not, or depending on how strong you think your tank is, or if you're using an unyielding, go careful, because the unyielding only works once deployment. Now I want to put some DPS down. Now if I put some DPS down, the boss is going to attack the last person down. So DPS down, tank back, new tank back in, boom, we are good to go again. That is it. Okay, and now we want to go slow and steady. Don't over nuke the boss, because you've got another minute before your tank's ready again, before you can swap over. Okay, so we need to at least last through the next minute, and sit back, do yourself a cup of tea. Now there we go, just into the last bit now. So we're recalling our DPS, get our DPS out of the way so they don't die, and then we're left with the tank and we're left with a healer. Now we want to put our DPS down again. The boss is going to attack the last person placed down, so it's a matter of DPS down, recall the tank, place a new tank down, boom, and we're sorted. Carry on again as if nothing has happened. Okay, nice and easy. Now bear in mind that if you've got someone with longer range, so you've got a nice long ranged DPS, so again Idra will come in fantastic here. Cloth wearer, going to be great with that piercing damage. You can sit right out of the way without any worries whatsoever and just carry on ulting that. And anyone with a longer range than 3 tiles, okay, you can put them down and you can carry on DPSing that boss down quite happily. But if you haven't and you've got some FX, it's not the worst thing in the world. We can swap these things over as long as we take our time. Slow and steady is the way to go to kill this boss down. Just make sure that your recall cycles work, and you can hurry this up by even slotting a Volker into your team. That's going to help you out as well, because then you'll get that shorter respawn time as well. Okay, last couple, what are we on? 0.5% now, and the boss is down, and that's it. And then we are 3-starred and moving ever onwards and upwards to the next one. Boss down, there's the victory, there's the 3-starred, everything done, fantastic. Long, slow fight, but you can make it much quicker for yourself by bringing better heroes, longer range, that sort of thing. Okay, like I said before, we're going to gloss it. We're not going to bother with stage 9. It's just stage 8. It's just the gold run. You can quite happily sort that out yourselves. You all know how to do it, and even if you don't, you can't really fail it. It will put you on to the next round anyway. So here we are, 9. I love this. This stage is good fun more than anything else. Okay. So what are we doing? We want to come up here and we want to select our marksmen, we want to select our mages, and then we want to have a look through our marksmen, our mages, and we want to pick out anyone who does frost, freeze, slows, just and magic damage. Any of those combination of things are going to work remarkably well for you. Okay, so I've got a couple of epics below there. I'm using a Greed. We've got Morton again. We've got Liam in there as well. Okay, on Mary. I mean, there are loads of options, but there's plenty better you could be using. Beatrix is up there. She's a good bet. Razak would be fantastic as well. I should imagine he would got that nice big AoE damage for us as well. Okay, plenty of good heroes. Now, if we have a look, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 platforms, and we've got 8 platform heroes, and you can only place 8 down. Okay, that's worked out remarkably well. I goes down first. Boom, she's out there. All we've got in this is those slow moving golems. That's it, who take magic damage. They don't hit anyone on the platform, so you don't need any healers. And as long as we've got enough DPS, there are slows and things like that, our freezes, then we're good. We don't have to do a lot of damage. We can just do enough damage over a period of time to actually get them down. Okay, there goes Liam. Now Liam's got this neurotoxin, so I thought I'd use him. He does true damage based on the HP of the mob. I just thought I'd give him a try. Again, he's not been hit, so great, we can put him down. Put Mary down, and she's just going to slow everything down for us. She's going to get those freezes on, so we can start to slow that golem down and allow Liam longer to put on that dot, so the dot will be on there for longer, therefore it'll do more damage. Okay, Theowen goes down there, and he's just chucking out the slows for us. That's nice, does a bit of damage as well, but there's the slows working for us as well. Okay, and along with Mary, and she's doing those freezes, just going to stop everyone in their tracks. Now I pretty much hit auto cast as well. Okay, so who else have we got? I've got more. I'm still using that. I've still got my still got my poisoner comps going down, and we've got Greed as well. Greed is fantastic. Use your Greed, chuck him out there, absolutely awesome. He's going to put down stuff. He's going to slow everything down as well. I'm going to be slowed on those crystals, which are going to freeze them up as well. Gives I more time to put more crystals down, so which will freeze them, which gives Greed more time to put more DPS down. More goes down there as well. He's going to chuck out some slows and knockback and that sort of stuff. Okay, all goes remarkably well for us. And then lastly, we've got our poisoner. Should any of the golems around on the left hand side actually make it through anywhere, there you go, they're still working remarkably slowly. So once we're waiting on our last couple of coins, we've got our one last platform available. There we go, we've hit auto cast, and that's the fight done. You can now go hands free on the fight, really, to be honest. And it's back to auto casting, just hit up 2 times speed. And then, as always, sit back, enjoy your cuppa. That's the fight done. There we go, last 2 to go down. I don't think anyone's come close to getting out. It's a nice easy fight. Just go through, again, mark all your platform base units and go through whoever does slows, freezes, that sort of stuff, and yeah, you're fine. Even if they get through all of this, they're still not going to get past crystals. So all is good. There we go. There we are. There's the next 4 stages done. 3-starred everything. Again, we're using our nice epic field, and again, we're using relatively low BP as well. Okay, but Mort was quite well geared, but you don't have to use him. You can use better heroes. Okay, there are a lot better out there that you can use. Idril would be fantastic, taking out those flyers with that AoE, or with that entire battlefield that she's got range on her ultimate. Okay, right, that's me done for the day. If you could leave me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, help me out massively. We'll do the next 4 and then the next 4, and then we'll carry on pushing through this and get the rest of this campaign done. Okay, right, thank you very much for your time. Cheers.